Alright guys, how's it going? KCP3 here with a quick discussion video for you. So last week Broken Games, a YouTuber who's pretty popular, did a video talking about what's a game that's a game that you always can play, a game that you never get bored of. And so I'm actually gonna borrow his main question of that video and actually, implement it in my video and give my thoughts of my game that I never can stop playing. And comment below, let me know what your games are. So what game can you never ever get tired of? A game that you can always go back to play. It could be a game from last generation, a game for this generation, a game back when you was a little kid. It could be a game whenever. It's that game that's in your in your heart that you will always play. Will have a moment in your heart, a place in your heart. Sorry, that that always be in your heart that you will always go back to. It could be games. It could be a certain game that many people don't even pay that attention to. They thought it was a good game, but wasn't an amazing game to actually go back to and play it over and over again like you do. So let's get into it. So my first game that I can never get tired of started from last generation. Many people who has been following me, has been watching my videos for a while, already know this. I'm a very big BioShock fan, and BioShock 1 to me was a game that was very special. There's something about it that's amazing. I beat the game about 13 plus times. It had a great story to it, had a great setting to it. You deep underwater villains. Gameplay, of course, was top notch. They implemented this new way how you could actually, play. You have powers like electricity and fire in one hand. The other hand, you have like a rifle, a machine gun, a pistol, a grenade launcher in the other, and pretty much you can, based on your, based on the user, you can play any way you want to. If you want to go in there through guns, gun blazing, go with your gun blazing. You want to use your powers to just destroy people without no guns, do that. You can pretty much use different the environment to help you out to defeat your enemies. This is like a lot of ways you can beat your enemies with with your powers or guns and stuff like that. There's some unique styles you can do, and just based on that and with a great story that many shooters out here now don't have, I think BioShock was something very special. The second one, BioShock 2, was pretty good as well. Didn't really have that big, deep story mode, that story plot that BioShock 1 had, but it was still enjoyable to play. BioShock Infinite, story was pretty amazing. And yeah, the whole series, the BioShock series is pretty good, but the first one I think is still the best. I still try to debate which one's better, BioShock 1 or BioShock Infinite. It's kind of like a close tie for me, but I think BioShock 1 had a little bit more stuff to do, from like crafting weapons to all these extra bonus stuff you can do that Infinite didn't have. So based on that and based on how I played, BioShock 1 out of all three of them the most, I would say BioShock 1 is my favorite one, and a game I can never ever get bored of. Another game series that I really love was the first three Ratchet and Clank games that came out for the PS2. Something about Ratchet and Clank that I really loved. I mean, I've seen my dad playing it before. Like, that's how I got into it. My dad played it, and I looked at it and I'm like, okay, it seems interesting. It's a platforming game, adding guns to it. Adding a 3D world, traveling to different planets on a spaceship. It had a Lombax, you have a robot. What up? So it was pretty interesting. I did like the first three. About Ratchet and Clank Going Commando, which is the second one, is my favorite game so far out of the series. This pretty much every game is a step up. The first one, of course, is the prototype. I guess you could say the prototype of it, because you don't know what you're going to expect. How people are going to react to this new game and the new franchise, and of course, it's going to come with some problems. And that was actually adjusted and very improved in Ratchet and Clank 2, which to me is like the best Ratchet and Clank game out of the main three. And then from there, you have Ratchet and Clank Up Your Arsenal, which pretty much is a little bit more improvement. There was some stuff I think they took out. There was some stuff that they took out of two when they made three, which I didn't really find quite enjoyable, but it was still a pretty good game. And yeah, and also added just like a local online mode to Ratchet and Clank Upward Arsenal as well, the third game in the series. So those three right there are pretty good as well. Another game series, I guess you could say, that I love as well. You still talking about, we're still talking about the PS2 here. Is a Sly Cooper series. Sly Cooper series to me was very amazing. The first two was cool. Three was kind of short to me, in my opinion, but it was still pretty enjoyable to actually go in there buy full price and just play it. You can add Jak and Daxter as well. I know many people would like Jak and Daxter, the first three Jak and Daxter game, and of course the little spin-off Jak X Racing. You could also put that in there as well. But Ratchet and Clank, Sly Cooper, and Jak and Daxter pretty much in that order, sort of for me. So that's pretty much about it. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know. Let me know what games do you enjoy that you can never get done. You never get tired of. It can be old. It can be new. It can probably be just childhood games. So that's it. It's going on 6 minutes. I want to actually stop talking now and see you guys later. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next video. Peace.